All right, Vic Camp here in Pennsylvania at Nick's Gottlieb collection. I mean, this is a real treat for you guys out there that love these type of games. This is the final video we're going to be doing. We started earlier at North Star, and we're down here at Atlantis, and Nick is waiting patiently to show these games to me, and I can't tell you, being here in person it's just crazy. The games are super nice, super restored. I mean, you're never going to get to see this and play these type of games in the area. I mean, there's some great collectors around, but again, I got to emphasize the point. Nick is a little off the charts. He's at the top of the hill, and he puts the time in, and he has the technique, and he has the talent. He just has a talent. And if you have the talent and the passion, you put that together, and you can and you push, you come up with something like this. These are special games that have hundreds of hours of work in them, and we're going to pick back up here with Nick here.
Hey, thanks, Vic. This game once again, 100% original cabinet artwork.
Wow.
NOS Playfield, not NOS Playfield, NOS Backlash, which I found. Was lucky to find that Backlash.
This is NOS. A really nice original.
And the Playfield is original also, with the original. The plastics also. The Playfield plastics are NOS also.
Really?
Yes.
Did you get them from Steve Mayfair?
You know, I don't remember where I got them.
I know, I put some NOS Playfield targets on my big hit from him. They're very nice, the NOS ones. But this cabinet is immaculate.
I mean, look at the side of it. It's just, you just don't.
Where did you get this game from?
This game, the cabinet, the game, I originally bought a game off of Dave Christensen, but this is not the Dave Christensen Playfield or Backlash, and I don't remember if the guts, were swapped with another game, but the Playfield that was in here was equally as nice. And
right, so you just got the best of the best. That's the way this collection is, and that's why I'm emphasizing the point of how we're just stating facts here. Nick has a collection that's really, I think it's untouchable, and I've seen many collections, and I'm going to be seeing more collections. So when I find out differently, I will say it. But for what I know and what I've seen, these games here are remarkable condition, and they just play better than they look. Now, this 2001, which is a favorite of mine.
Yeah, and actually,
this game is pretty nice. I mean, it looks terrific. Even
the Playfield's phenomenal on this game. The whites are white. It's the original drop targets on the game.
Wow, let's get close up on them and really see them things. Look at the white on them targets. This game is really, look at the polishing inside these holes. Nick doesn't go into detail, but as I want to state here, I mean, he polishes even the tops of the screws. I mean, he goes beyond things like this. The things he does, no one does. And that's why you get the performance you do out of these games when you play them, and you get to view them and just really can't believe the way they look.
So that's original artwork cabinet. I do have an original Backlash that just requires a few drops of paint to make it complete, but I'm going to be putting the original Backlash back in.
Oh, this is a repro.
That's a repro.
Awesome. That's nice to hear. The original glass is going to go in there.
The original glass is near mint condition.
Great.
So.
Wow, this beat the clock looks familiar. This could be Nick's first game he ever purchased. I'm not sure.
It was.
Is it? I'm right on the money. There we go. So I do know a little bit something here.
Yeah, this was a game we bought for the kids when they were small at Christmas, and this is the first game. I didn't know a darn thing about pinball at the time. Kids played pinball a couple doors down from us. And that's my wife and I decided, let's get them a pinball machine. Well, unfortunately, they only had the pinball machine in operation a few months before I tore it apart. I like to take things apart and restore them, and it really took over 2 years, because once I got it apart, I wanted to make it factory original, and I didn't know what kind of paint Gottlieb used. I didn't know the
this was the beginning for you. Central Park and Beat the Clock were first two games. What did you do first, Central or this one?
This was the first game.
Right. Can you imagine this? This game is over 20 years old, I would believe, right?
Yeah.
And the workmanship in this, right off the bat, not like Nick said, he just mentioned that he didn't know what color paint, this and that. So you can imagine how how much he has progressed over the years. These are just outstanding game. I remember seeing this game in your closet.
Yeah, everything
before it was
struggle.
restored.
Even,
it was pretty nice to begin with. It was a nice original.
They even re-silk screened the original logo back on the Williams door, which you don't see that.
Look at his buttons, chrome polished. I mean, there's not a finger mark. This is amazing. And this is a game that was restored 20 years plus ago. And so this is, again, I don't want to keep reciting what I've been saying, but it's just unbelievable to be live here at Nick's looking at these remarkable condition games. I mean, there's going to be a lot of collectors here today. There's quite a few here today to begin with. We have somebody on my right that just came in from New Jersey, North Jersey, up by me, Mike Berger.
Hey guys.
So
it's a cameo appearance.
Mike Berger is another sensational restoration specialist, but he stole a lot of stuff from Nick. I
got
think.
it all from Nick.
I think we all did.
It's all Nick. That's it.
But
I do actually have an original Backlash, which requires a minimal touch-up in solid areas, and I think I'm going to be putting that back into the game also.
where'd you get that glass from? Was that the one I had?
No, it was a no.
I know I gave you a glass years ago.
Well, I had a glass.
It wasn't
from you.
great, but it was pretty
right.
good.
And I bought a game at Allentown about 3 years ago, and
wow.
it had a very minty backlash in it.
Right.
I bought it for the backlash. Came home that Friday night, switched the backlash.
Felt good, didn't it? Felt good, right?
Yeah,
you like that?
We sold it to somebody everybody knows, and I'm not going to mention any names.
Yeah, we don't mention no names down here. So, but again, this game is just. I had one myself. Beat the Clock. I love it as a player, and I remember it in Nick's closet, unrestored. It was a nice original to start with, but Nick was just making his way through the hobby. He might have been in the hobby a few months, and he did. Just again, a remarkable job 20 years ago. So anybody who had the pleasure to work with Nick and get a game done by him through the years, because we all know that Nick did quite a few games. I mean, for a lot of people, a lot of collectors everywhere, not only in New Jersey, but whoever got a game from him has a special game. I mean, these games are done like nobody does them. All right, we're down to the last game here, Jungle Queen. Didn't Mike, you have something like that?
I had the Jungle Princess.
You had the Jungle Princess, Mike had. See, I know everybody's games. It's amazing how, wait till the 25 other guys come. I know their whole collections. I don't know why. Don't ask me what I did yesterday, but I will let Nick pick up where he left off on this last game. It's a little dark back here, but this is the end of the show here. So, Nick, pick up this Jungle Queen stuff.
Yeah, the Jungle Queen's the original cabinet. This game only had, I think, 28,000 plays on it. It's got the, I don't know if you can hold the camera here, you still got the original clear coat that's in mint condition on it.
Wow, that is amazing to see that. You know, I like to feel how that feels. I love that smoothness of, and these edges here are so sharp. This is what us collectors dream about.
This is a original Backlash, original Playfield, and original drop targets, and these are NOS plastic set on the game.
Wow, now this is another game that's been in your collection for a while. I recall that this game perhaps might have been in Warminster at one time.
This was a no, because it was not in Warminster, because the gentleman I bought it from lives only a mile or two from here.
Oh, that's right, you might have...
Yeah, I bought it from Joe Rothrock.
Wow, I know him. Yeah. He's the guy with the cars?
Jim Rothrock,
with the cars and everything. We went over his house. He had a great collection.
Well, he found it in somebody's house and was going to just flip it, and so I said I'll take it.
All right, so Nick, thank you so much for making this video with me. I appreciate it. I mean, I want to put it on my page, and hopefully you'll be able to get that. And I know we're going to have a great time here today. We're going to have a big crowd of guys.
You know, just the way the games are restored, it's a passion, you know, of mine, and I mean every contact is re-crammed, filed smooth, and then polished, and that's why they play the way they do, because essentially when these games are finished, they're new in the box, electronic from the electrical standpoint, relay standpoint, and that's why they play the way they play. There's no games here high tap. There's no high tap coils and anything.
Myself too. I don't have that, but I mean, you do. Like I said in this video, you go far beyond, and I consider myself a nice restorer of these games, but I don't put the time in that Nick does, and the technique, and have the passion and the drive. So, again, like I said, you're witnessing one of the best collections I've seen. And I've seen some collections in the past, so I hope you're enjoying this. But Nick, we forgot this bunch of games here. What is this here?
Oh, this well, these are games that are mine, and you know, I want to restore them because I want to put 5 games across the back wall, and then I'll have 4 more in here back to back.
Well, that's
And
great.
I might put some wood rails out along that one wall where the
Well, it's good to hear that, Nick, because I mean, you know,
And then
it's
whatever's
nice
left,
that
I'll
you're
get
not
rid of.
done. I mean, yeah, I know you put hundreds and hundreds, thousands of hours into games, and it's just remarkable to hear you say that, hey, I got these games in the wings here, and guess what, Vic? We're going to get them up, and we're going to get these games looking like the rest of them, and I'm going to increase my collection, which is great news. So we have something to look forward to.
yeah, there's you know, I plan on now that I'm spending more time on my restorations and slowing down on the customers a bit.
There you go. I was hoping that for a long time for
Yeah.
you because,
And I've restored, for customers, I've restored, I think, 80 games.
Right. That's a big number.
All across the country. So
that's a big number, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. That's not an easy task. I mean, you really have to have dedication, stamina. I mean, there's so much that goes into that because, like I said, Nick is restoring these games, but he's doing it, like he explained, polishing, contacts, things that nobody does. So I hope you appreciate this video we made for you here today, and we're going to shut the camera off now and get the party started. So maybe later on we'll get a little party video when everybody's here and all the action's going on. So Nick, again, thank you so much for
All right,
inviting
thanks
me
for
here
coming,
today,
Vic.
and we'll see you the next time.
all right, take care.